beautiful Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of April right through to the end of May 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I will never ask you for your personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, I'm going to get your overall energy and then I'm going to see the details of what is coming towards you in the next 4 to 5 weeks. So let's see how it goes. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? We've got the Hierophant. Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see for... Ooh, that was quite interesting energy that just popped out there. How's that to receive? Okay, we got the Chariot card. And finally, we've got the Hangman energy, we've got the Hermit energy, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So we're loving that energy. Now that's your outcome energy. So it looks like something that perhaps you've been waiting to achieve for a while. You gain some extra knowledge and you move forward. So there could be some, there's definitely some success headed your way with that Chariot card. But you may have felt like a little bit unmotivated, or you felt like you couldn't move forward in your career for a little while. You may have been feeling like you're in a bit of a routine, feeling in the funk, a repetitive cycle. But that's all about to change for you. So let's see what else we have. We've got Pisces energy, I believe. So Pisces energy tends to be about the big dream, the dream opportunity in your career. We got Aquarius, I know. So you definitely know how to overcome any obstacle. And it looks like you've got all the smarts that you need within your career to actually move forward. But as I said, we're going to go deeper in a moment. Thank you so much. We have first house of the body. Okay. Then we've also got I balance, that Libra energy, and I analyze. So your plans, I feel like, are moving forward. Anything that you've been sort of strategizing for the next sort of, I keep getting 5 years in my head. 5 years is what keeps coming into my head. So any plans you've got, 5-year plans, or longer, or even short-term plans, I feel like they're starting to come to fruition. The Hierophant is your protagonist energy, which means you're having faith. Okay, it's interesting because you got the card of I believe. So I feel like you're having faith on your dreams starting to come to some sort of fruition, but I feel like you've learned a lot to get you to where you want to go. This tends to be a card of, institutions or establishments. So I feel like people in high places are really noticing at what you do and recognizing that you're really good at what you do, and that I feel like they want to propel you forward. Now, if you work for yourself or you're an entrepreneur, I definitely feel that there is an extra sort of, they keep giving me a celestial body of luck. Celestial body of luck. I mean, that could be the sun energy. I mean, it could be Jupiter energy, of course, as well, because we've got Jupiter in play, especially with Pisces. That's a benevolent energy when it comes together. It kind of is a planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity. And it is favoring people's dreams or goals when it comes to, your manifestations. So the Hierophant is also about spiritual practices. So you may have been doing a lot of visualization when it comes to your career, but you're not just doing that. You're actually, I feel like you're implementing your knowledge, and this is all about your dedication. So I feel like some of you have been learning a lot, either online courses, or perhaps you've got a mentor, or there's someone in particular that you like to take their advice. There's always people like online that I like to listen to, that I get some really good spiritual advice, for example. But you could be implementing business advice, or looking at educating yourself in a way where You could also teach others what you do, because you've got a lot of smarts in the area that you work in. It doesn't matter what area it is. I feel having faith and having that knowledge, that talent, is half the battle, of course. So I feel this is a card of you implementing structure and dedication and hard work into your goals and dreams, and you believe that you can do it. See, that's also important, because if you believe you can do something, you're actually right, you will achieve it, because you've got that motivation, that drive, that energy that will propel you forward, and you're willing to put in that hard work and dedication there with that Hierophant. Also, if you believe you cannot do something, you're also right, because you actually chip away at the confidence, and you lose that motivation and that drive as well. So you may as well believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you, my beautiful Capricorn? So I'm loving this energy here, which is you really have faith that whatever it is you're working hard towards, it will be accomplished, okay? Especially with that Virgo energy there, we've got that Libra energy as well, that it will be accomplished. You know that you will be successful. The Chariot card, it's in the resistance position. So you may have felt that you were on that wheel, doing a lot of work, putting a lot of dedication and perseverance into something, but you always felt like you're not quite getting where you want to go, because it's in the resistance position. It's like I got it in the reverse, okay? Now, right now, they're showing me someone with something in their eye. They're indicating it's the left eye, but it could be either or, but I'm getting an indication it's the left eye. So perhaps that if that's you physically right now, as you're listening to this reading, like you've got something in your eye, then there's definitely something in this message for you. But if it's not you physically, it can mean that they just want to pull that person's attention back into the reading, as their attention may have wavered. I mean, personally, I would say get the thing out of your eye first, of course. But it could also mean spiritually that there's something that you didn't quite see, or you felt distracted. But yeah, so I'm going to leave that there anyway. But the Chariot card is movement forward. So in the next 4 to 5 weeks, you're going to unblock whatever resistance there's been there, or any challenge. You're going to move past that towards success. This means you're still on the right path. Okay, this is a triumph card. This is a victory card where you assert yourself with your willpower, your energy, and your drive, and your dedication will take you to where you want to go. This means there is going to be major progress in your career. So have that confidence and that discipline to move forward, because whatever it is you've got your sights on, you're going to achieve it. Okay, I feel like it's almost like you're making your own luck, but the universe is actually going to sort of meet you halfway, because you've got an opportunity popping out of nowhere here in your career, and it's because you're wise enough and you've waited. It's almost like you've played the long game. You've worked really hard, and you have been very productive, that you're actually going to create this success for yourself. The Aquarius energy there of I know, this is about confidence, I guess, especially when you've got that a card like the Chariot card, which is about confidence to drive your career in the sort of to the destination that you want to bring it to. This, the Chariot card with this I know card tends to be about which direction you're going in. You've got that plan, and you're still on that right track to create it and be successful at it. The Chariot card reminds us that we are in control of our own destiny, but only to a certain degree, okay? As you can see, most Chariot cards, there tends to be like 2 horses, or maybe 1 horse, or 2 sphinxes, and it means that there is direction. And the figure tends to be driving the chariot, is in control, is the master or the mistress of their own destiny, but there's no reins on the horse. So it does indicate that you are meeting fate halfway. You've got some control over the circumstances within your career because of your hard work, but also fate plays a hand in it too, because the reins, it's free reign. There's no reign there. So and we all have free will as well. But because we got the Wheel of Fortune at the end there, it indicates that the universe is actually going to meet you halfway. Destiny, fortune meets you halfway. We've got the Hangman energy, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. So it's basically like, hang in there. All your knowledge, everything that you've been sort of searching for, you've taken yourself perhaps off grid for a time of reflection, or maybe even to power up your energy because you've been working really hard. I mean, the Hierophant tells me that you've been working super hard towards something, and you're believing that you will achieve it. The Hangman tells me that you sacrifice a lot for whatever it is that you do, and you're starting to release the pressure, as it were, because you know that you will achieve it. The Hangman puts himself on the tree of life in order to gain a new perspective. So some of you could be actually looking for an alternative route of prosperity, maybe setting up a second stream of income, or perhaps even seeing a way to work. Keeps coming up in all of the readings, you know. They're giving me an energy of working smarter and not harder, so that you've got more time for you, because the Hermit energy is taking a temporary time out for you. But it's more than that. It's about, you know, you being mature enough to see how successful you are and can be, but also implementing your own skills, your own wisdom, and your own truth, your knowledge, going off grid for a little while, perhaps because you needed to work and focus all your attention on your plan or whatever it is you're trying to work towards. The Hermit card, as you can see, has got the bear there. That is an indication of your endurance within your career sector, and that star represents inspiration. So you may have taken yourself out of the rat race for a little while to really think about whether you took a vacation or whether you, you know, just took a little bit of time off, to really think about your progress and the career that you're doing. Okay, so you may be wondering, do you still have passion for what you do? And if the question is yes, if the answer is yes, then of course you will move forward with it. But if the answer is no, you may go in another direction. That's why that Chariot card is there. You have to make a decision. It is often a directional gauge whether you turn left or right. So I feel like you're really checking in with yourself, with your passion. As you can see, that lantern there, there's like a big, it's like a large fire. So you're wondering, do you still love what you do? Are you still on the right track for what you are for what you are deciding is like a goal or something to reach, okay? And we got the Wheel of Fortune here, which tells me that there's going to be a surprise opportunity that comes on in to help you move forward in your career. Now, this could be something that you feel, if you're, for example, deciding to go out of one sector in a job, or whether you're looking for a new job, or maybe you're just moving within the job sector, maybe moving on up. We're going to see the details now in a moment. You may be looking for a raise, promotion, or some sort of elevation in your career. Out of nowhere, there's an opportunity. It may feel like a gamble or a risk, but it actually turns out perfectly the way that you've been hoping for, okay? This is your destiny. So I feel you are doing something that is your life's purpose. And fortune does favor the brave, that is for sure. And I feel like you've been really hardworking, dedicated, and you're rising up, okay? Now we got the first house, the body. So it's really interesting. I've got two energies that come through here. One is about creating a solid foundation in order to move forward from, but I feel this is more about you putting your own needs first, especially with that Hermit energy, taking yourself out to reflect, to power up your energy, and, you know, making sure that you're not overworking yourself within your sector, so that you create a healthier boundary when it comes to work. You know, the body is so important. If the body and the mind are not functioning 100%, you know, career, it's not that it doesn't matter. Of course it does. We all need to pay the bills and we all want to go places in our career. But I feel you're looking at your healthy body, mind, and soul before you look at a workspace. I mean, many years ago, you know, people run themselves ragged, you know, to do the career, and health, you know, was kind of like a secondary to some people. Not everybody, of course, but I feel, especially with the shift that's been going on within the world in the last 2-3 years, I feel like people are starting to put the things that matter more important than, you know, career and running yourself ragged. Doesn't mean you don't want to elevate, of course you do, but I feel this is about you making sure that you're making healthier choices when it comes to your career, so that you get to enjoy your time on this earth, as well as, you know, work really hard towards a career. So Libran energy is like balance, finding that work and play sort of ethic there, and I feel this is about you doing something that you love. They're actually showing me right now an apple. So a green apple is what they're showing me. So perhaps there's a tempting offer that's coming your way. And and but I feel like it's a healthier option for you when it comes to your career, or maybe you're literally listening to this reading and eating an apple, okay? So please take it as it resonates. Also, I mean, it's number 19, which is the Sun card energy. So this is about, you know, having that balance towards success. And the Virgo energy, number 18, Moon card energy, which is about you trusting your intuition to change your career, metamorphosize the way that you work. But it's also Virgo, I analyze. So I feel like some sort of plan or some sort of structure that you've got in place here. You're thinking about something before you act on something. So with that Chariot card, it does tell me that perhaps you're trying to either move sector or elevate within it, or perhaps even physically relocate for your career. So you could be thinking about, where do you fit in? Where is good for you? Okay. Now let's see what's coming towards you in terms of actual career. And I'm using the Egyptian Tarot, beautiful deck there. And I'm only reading the uprights in this deck, just so you're aware. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Wands. And we've got the Seven of Wands. Okay, they want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Ooh. And we got the Fool card. So there's this energy of either taking a chance, taking a leap of faith in some area of your career, and you're going to be very successful. Whatever this blockage is or was, is going to see you elevate and stay true to your dream. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. The Three of Pentacles tells me how hard you're working, and you've been very dedicated to building that solid foundation and financially being rewarded for it. I feel there's going to be a lot more financial freedom for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Ten of Wands. Yeah, you've been working really hard. Look at that. Almost like burning yourself out there. So that's why you're perhaps curious about a different way of working. Wheel of Fortune twice. I mean, this is pretty intense energy. Wheel of Fortune twice is very important. To get it from two different decks, this tells me that there is an awesome opportunity coming towards you, especially at the end of May, okay? We've got two fives here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. And we've got the World. Something's coming to some sort of end. Okay, but it's a really healthy end is what they're kind of indicating here. But start on the beginning, we've got Three of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Pentacles is all about engineering or planning, okay? It can be about, you know, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you've got two people who are discussing plans with a person who is standing on like a bench. So it's almost like you've been put on a bit of a pedestal when it comes to your career. You are elevating. If you don't feel like that right now, if there's a blockage here and you feel like you've just been in this routine and you don't seem to be getting anywhere, I feel like that's all about to change for you. There is a movement forward. But the Three of Pentacles is about working together. But from a solitary point of view, it's about, you know, engineering your next move, or consulting with perhaps people in the know, whether you are learning more about a new career, or because we got the Fool card there and the World, which really does tell me that there is some sort of change that is drastic within your career sector, but really fulfilling. Okay, it's almost like you're taking a leap of faith to go in another direction. There is a new cycle here, and the World card can also tell me with that Chariot card that you're thinking about maybe even another country, maybe even you're elevating and emigrating in some way, or maybe just relocating out of town. But the Three of Pentacles tells me that there is some really good teamwork going on here. This is a card of teamwork, but it's also about building a solid foundation financially for you. So either you and perhaps you collaborate with two other people who are important, integral. Maybe there's three of you together. I feel like there's financial freedom here. Okay, so if you're a solitary entity and you're actually wanting to become an entrepreneur, or you are an entrepreneur, I see you building solid foundations, but you're in the planning stages to either collaborate with other people, or perhaps this is about you using your talent, your craft, in order to plan the next stage of you in terms of your career, because this is about what next. okay? This really feels very much like what next? And the 10 of Wands says, what next? I work really hard. And right now, I'm just feeling like I'm in the same position, or I work really hard and I haven't got to where I completely want to go yet, okay? So the 10 of Wands sees you completely burnt out, feeling a little bit of fatigue, maybe even feeling burdens, a lot of responsibility, okay? And you've been working really hard and overloaded, and you're trying to learn how to work smarter or how to delegate in terms of your career. Even if you work in an office, for example, and you're like, you know what, everybody puts their work on me. How can I manage to delegate or streamline or become more efficient so I've got more time for me? Because the Hermit energy is like more time for me. How can I be really savvy and really sort of clever about having enough time to take myself out of all of this? I want to say, see, I don't want to say burden, but I feel like it's responsibility. But what's really wonderful about the 10 of Wands is that you're actually making way for new beginnings by clearing out the excess. So it's the 10 of Wands, the figure is actually nearly home, nearly about to set down the wands that have been fatiguing them throughout the journey. So I feel like you're about to set down some sort of heavy lifting work that you've been doing for a while. So some of you, for example, if I have a look at this, some of you actually may be retiring, okay? For those of you who are listening and thinking about retirement, and some of you may be actually moving into a career sector that you feel, you know, you're not working like 24 hours, 7 days a week, trying to create something. You're having a little bit more time for you. Okay, I just see you streamlining your energy. 6 of Wands tells me that there's a lot of success. A lot of success. There's some really good news coming here for you. That 6 of Wands tells me that this is either some sort of victory or award. This could also be you, you know, triumphing over a project that you've been working on for a while and it's coming to an end, and you're finally like, this is the moment where you get recognized for what you do. This card tends to be about you being in the spotlight. So for some of you, if you want to be famous, for example, the 6 of Wands can put you in that limelight. It sees you being an influencer. But with the Chariot card and the I know card, it just tells me you know you're going to be successful. You can feel that there is really good news coming on in towards your career. So whether this is you actually elevating to a promotion or raise financially, I feel this is about you being recognized for your talent, your skill, and it's not going unnoticed. I feel like you cannot go unnoticed, okay? We've also got the Page of Swords. Now the Page of Swords, this can mean two energies, and I'm getting these two energies. The first energy I'm getting is people are curious about what you do. They're watching you. It's almost like you're being noticed for your talent, your hard work, your dedication, and I feel people in high places want to elevate you, okay? So you may all of a sudden get a message from your boss, for example, that you've been chosen for some sort of promotion, or you've been chosen as like worker of the month or something like that, where you maybe even a financial sort of incentive. It could also be that you're stepping into a leadership position, because pages, they tend to bring news, and the 6 of Wands tells me it is great news. Whatever this is, there is some really great news on its way for you, okay? Something that you worked really hard for. Now the second energy I've got here is the Page of Swords can be very, very curious about a new focus. So perhaps you're like investigating a new opportunity or a new option. Now this could be a secondary stream of income, because the Chariot card, as I said, is a directional gauge. It can mean that there's two options. So you may be thinking about either having a creative side job to what you already do, or it can mean that you are interested in going in a different direction. But right now you're in the exploring stages of this. The Page of Swords tends to be about eager to start something new, or eager to be curious about another direction. The Page of Swords tends to be someone who calculates the way forward and is actually very intelligent, okay? This card can connect itself to the genius of the mind. So I feel this is about you moving forward, using your smarts in order to work smarter and not harder. Now, right now in the water, they give me a song. Okay. Now, I think I have heard this song before. I am... Oh, it went too fast. Could you please... I am flesh and I am bone. Rise up. Ting ting? I don't... Like glitter and gold. Is that what? I'm not sure if it said ting ting or something like that. I'm not sure. I am flesh and I am bone. Rise up like glitter and gold. Okay, now I can't place who sings that song. It's quite fast-paced. It's very modern, so and I'm sure that this has come up in a reading maybe about a year and a bit ago, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Spirit, if you could come forward with the name, that would be great. Oh. So all I can see in the water right now is Barnes. B-A-R-N-E-S. B-A-R-N-E-S, Barnes. Okay, Barnes. That's all that's coming up. So either the person's name is Barnes or Barnes is important. Perhaps your name is Barnes, or perhaps you live in the area called Barnes, or perhaps you're given an opportunity by somebody called Barnes. So please take it as it resonates. I'm going to have to look up the name of the song. Perhaps it's someone who... I've asked for the name of the singer, but I can't think of someone called Barnes. You know, so anyway, I'm going to leave it like that. Anyway, but that song, it's relevant either, I mean, it sounds like rise up like glitter and gold. That sounds like you're elevating for sure. But it can also mean that either you just heard that song on the radio or you're about to hear it after this reading. I would definitely look out for that song. Oh, I just got touched on my right shoulder. Okay, I'll just... hold that for a moment. Perhaps you'll hear this song in the next 4 to 5 weeks, and it's just before this news comes in. Okay, so listen out. I would listen out whether you're in the store, whether you're in, walking down the street. Listen out for that song. Please look it up online. I will when I finish your reading. Now, I got touched on my right shoulder. But when I got touched on my right shoulder, I feel like it's you being given a nod to elevate. I feel like it's like being tapped on the shoulder. I don't. It's almost like, when someone's being tapped for a promotion or something like that. I feel like it's like that. So anyway, not unless someone just literally tapped you on the right shoulder, but I'll leave it like that. Moving on, we got the Seven of Wands, which means you're holding true to your vision. Okay, it means you're actually at your personal best. This card is a card of not sort of conforming to other people's views. You're not compromising. You're actually still on track for what you want to do. This is a card of not giving up on your dreams or goals. This is a card of, they've drawn me here right now to this victory wreath that this bird it's almost like stork kind of bird there. It's got like a victory wreath with a scroll in it. So I feel like it's like good news is coming towards you. Okay, I feel like this is about inspiration. I feel like this is about you holding true to a vision and not giving up. And the Fool card indicates whatever this news is, it gives you an opportunity to either start over or take a leap of faith. Okay, the Fool card on its own is all about journey. Okay, it's the beginning of the journey. So either you are physically going on a journey in your career, perhaps you're relocating or thinking about doing it. This card reminds you that actually you have a lot of potential. So either you're starting a new position or you're starting a new cycle within your career, or even going into a completely new sector. This is about taking a leap of faith, taking a chance on a new path, and it being exciting. This is so interesting. I wish I'd said it right at the beginning of your reading, and I really did not, so I can't really call it. But when I was doing your meditation, I kept seeing these shoes, and they had crocodiles on these shoes. And I was like, what is this? What is this? So I didn't really mention it because it's not come up in the water. If it comes up in the water a second time, then I'll mention it, but it hasn't. But I've just noticed on this Fool card, there's a crocodile there, and this figure's not actually wearing any shoes, but crocodile is important. So maybe you have to make a snappy decision about something, or crocodile is perhaps something that suddenly comes out, is an opportunist. It's like an opportunist kind of energy. A sudden opportunity arises for you. I mean, maybe you've got shoes with crocodiles on. I'm not really sure. I know that sounds so silly, right? But they just kept showing me these crocodiles on the shoes. And they were like little white shoes, like almost like plimsoll type things. But yeah, the crocodile is important. So either that's a logo perhaps of something or somebody that you're going to work for, or it's a logo that you can see right now. Crocodile seems to be important, okay? And I actually get a good energy from it. So just so you're aware. Now we also have the Wheel of Fortune. So that indicates that there is a sudden change in your career that is really positive. It is like destiny intervening to bring you good fortune. Okay, so I do feel like fortune, this literally kind of means fortune favors the brave. Okay, and the Fool card is very brave. It just, the Fool is the start of the journey where it's like, you know what, I'm taking the leap of faith and I trust that the universe has got my back. And the universe does, because you've got two wheels of fortune here, okay? So as you can see, this Wheel of Fortune, this figure is actually carrying a huge coin. So I feel like whatever gamble, or you know, that you feel like it's a gamble, or you feel it's a little bit risky, I feel it's worth it, okay? Now, they're also indicating that, and they're right, thank you so much, I'm truly grateful. So maybe the crocodile connects to risk, because they're actually, my guides are telling me that there's another deck that I use, and the Fool card actually has a big old crocodile, and there's a figure that has a little buttercup, and she's going to attempt to go for the bigger buttercup. It's a risk, but it's worth it. So I feel like this is about you going for a bigger opportunity, and it may present itself as a risk, but it's worth it. That's what my guides are kind of like nudging me to. It's the, I think it's the Mystical Moments Tarot, and it's by Catherine Wells Stein. And it's, yeah, that's also the Fool card, okay? So anyway, moving on, we've got the Five of Swords, which is again to analyze, okay? To be a little bit of mental conflict. And you had that Virgo energy of mental conflict there to analyze. So I feel like you may be weighing up your options with that Five of Swords. It can also mean that you've been feeling a little bit like you've hit a glass ceiling, or you've been feeling a little bit unstretched mentally where you're at right now. And you may decide to actually leave that space in order to get something better, because the Five of Cups is a card of feeling like you've lost that loving feeling for something, or you feel like whatever you do just doesn't love you or doesn't appreciate you anymore. So that's why you're taking this opportunity with the World card to end this cycle and to step into a new cycle. The World card is actually a card of success, of fulfillment, of accomplishing a goal. So the Wheel of Fortune presents a new opportunity towards you that you may think about, and you may sort of really deliberate, but you feel in the end that, like, I mean, I feel like you don't want to have any regrets, of course, about making these decisions, but the thing is, you can't see in the future. There's a real wonderful opportunity. Now, the Two Cups tend to present like you aligning yourself with something that you love, that's reciprocal, okay, so that you are really rewarded for it. It can mean, you know, about an agreement is put on the table for you that you're unsure of, but actually it's going to be very rewarding. I feel like it allows you to have a lot more financial stability. And for some of you, you may even go into property developing, because they're showing me a home right now, or maybe you'll be able to buy your own home. The World card tells me that, you know, you're leaving a space, or you're leaving an old energy behind and stepping into a new energy, which is really shifting your perspective. You're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet this new opportunity, and it's going to be very successful. This is you moving forward and elevating in your career. Now, they're not showing me any pentacles here, so apart from the Three of Pentacles, so I feel like you're starting with a little, but you're ending with a lot. And I feel that it's more that it's not about the money for you. As much as money is important, I feel this is more about you having a little bit more time to enjoy your work and hold true to like a dream opportunity. I'm just going to pull a card before I go. Knight of Wands, a little bit more creative freedom, a little bit more passion, a little bit more. Now, some of you may be actually thinking about doing like freelance work or doing something that's a little bit more exciting. This card tends to be about someone who's determined for a new adventure, someone who is innovative, someone who is independent, someone who is creative, headstrong, and very spirited, someone who has an unquenchable desire for success and will not stop until they actually reach it. And I really feel this is you. But this is about you trusting in your vision and remaining true to what you want and what you value, because you will manifest it in many forms. You're working really hard towards it. This night in particular is very goal oriented. Because you got the World card here, it's like you're going to smash that goal right out of the park. Okay, so let me see if I'm getting any more energy from this. This is about having that courage. Now, it can also be a card of traveling as well, exploration, being optimistic, going on an adventure. But I feel it's more about you going the distance within your career and playing the long game where you get the success that you truly deserve and desire. But something new is coming here for you, and it's the sort of passion that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning, that you're really enthusiastic about whatever this is, okay? The financial reward follows the energy. So I feel like it's not that you're not worried about the money. I feel like it's more about you sort of lightening the heavy load and having a little bit more enjoyment for what you do. So that motivation, that drive will come towards you. Now, this could be that there is some sort of promotion that comes on in, but it also could be that you find that loving feeling for what you do again if you've lost your motivation. So even if you're not moving into a different sector or you're not looking for a new job, it can mean that you're finding a way to get over that sort of boredom or get over that repetitive cycle and routine that may have made your job feel like a chore rather than something that's enjoyable. So I feel actually, you're going to shake up the energy to make it more enjoyable. I mean, you've got the socks there, which is about complacency. So you feel unstretched. I mean, you've got the sun as number 19. It's so important. The celestial body that brings good luck. We got the sun energy. Sun energy tends to be about success. It says hidden, aloof, deserted. So as I said, you may go off grid for a little while, focus on something, be really dedicating your focus to your career. And it says hidden, aloof, deserted. Certain matters in the situation are not being communicated. So this is about listening to your heart. Again, it's number 27, which is when you reduce it, 2 plus 7 is 9, the hermit energy. So I really feel like this is about you. Either you haven't heard about this opportunity yet, or you have and you're keeping it to yourself. You're not telling anybody about your plans. I really feel like you're listening to your heart. We've got number 22, socks, and it says introspective. So again, that hermit kind of energy of looking within as to whether you're happy where you're at, and if you're not, making some changes. Coziness, complacency. Life can't always be lived to the fullest, being a homebody. Don't let your socks stop you from feeling the grass, which tells me that you're thinking about embracing a new adventure when it comes to your career in some way. And you're coming out of your comfort zone. And we've got the sun, which it says warmth, happiness, success. Connect with the positive energy of the sun and see abundance radiate into your life. So definitely a lot of success coming here for you. You're coming out of your comfort zone, and there's a new cycle here that sees you not doing so much of the heavy lifting anymore and enjoying what you do for a living. Okay, so I'm just going to get a trinket before we go. Also, I feel so much success comes from this. Okay, there's a lot of recognition and good news coming your way in the next 4 to 5 weeks. I would say towards the end of May. I want to say the 3rd week of May is very important for you. Okay, and we've also got a key, and the planetary alignment key. On the little nubbin of that key is a heart. I hope you can see that. So the key is to follow your heart, but also planetary alignment is important as well. I really feel 3rd week of May for you. There's some really awesome news that unlocks everything. Okay, they want me to put it on the Chariot card. So if there has been a blockage, you're now going to be moving forward towards success. Victory is within sight. I will leave it there. I hope something does resonate with you in this reading, my beautiful Capricorn. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be with a chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is be grateful to the universe every morning when you wake up. And the more grateful you are, the more opportunity comes your way. It's like a magnet for abundance. In the comments box below, just put this sentence: I have an attitude of gratitude, and I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of April, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only. Okay. Also, they're just giving me one more image in the water, so I'm just going to give it to you. One moment, please. So they're just showing me a very famous piece of art. It's Campbell's Soup, and it's by, now I'm going to kick myself if I don't know this, Andy Warhol, I think. Campbell's Soup. So Campbell's Soup, I mean, it's a very famous painting. So either you've got a painting or a poster of that. I mean, if you've got the real painting, then you're doing well. You don't need to be watching these readings if you've got a real Andy Warhol on your wall. Yeah. So, I mean, Campbell's Soup tended to be a print run, you know, identical print run with different colors. So you may have been feeling that it was like same old day, just, you know, same old, just different day. Perhaps in your career you may have felt like in routine, but Campbell's Soup can also be something that's healthy for you, I guess. Maybe you're an artist who does prints. I'm not really sure, so please take it as it resonates. So just give me that right at the end. I mean, it could literally be that your name is Campbell's or Campbell or Andy or Warhol. So please take it as it resonates. I have to decode the images that I get in the water, so it often doesn't make much sense to me, but it will make sense to you, okay? So I'll leave it there anyway. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn, and love and light.